and welcome to my channel. Today we've got a Tamiya TT02 chassis. Now this is a beautiful car that we got from Tamiya. The thing is with Tamiya kits, normally with the shock absorbers, you can see this is a Tamiya shock absorber. There's nothing really in them. You can see the spring moves. There's no adjustment on there. There is adjustment on the body to make it go up and down a little. But when you really look at something like this, there's just nothing in there. These are what we call sticks, really. So we've decided to upgrade the shocks, and we've got these new oil-filled shocks. They're adjustable, so all you got to do is turn this lever here, and there it is. This will allow the spring to get harder. It will make it harder, and it will lift the car up as well. Ideally you want to be able to set up your suspension depending on the type of track that you're on. Now today this video is actually about filling shocks, and I'll show you how I do them. So bring it in, lift the spring over, get the plastic tab off, pull the spring out, and then we're going to open the top cap just there, and you can see it's empty. There's no oil, nothing in there, nothing at all in there. Now if I really wanted to rebuild the shock, I can open it up further, which is this part here. And then replace the O-ring if I wanted to, if that was leaking. But in this situation, it's a new shock, so I don't need to. But basically this whole shock will strip down right to the bottom if you wanted. So now I've got the shock in my hand. I've pulled it all the way out. All I'm going to do now, put it in here, get some shock oil. I'm using 500 weight because I'm happy with the kind of shocking that I get, the absorption. Now I'm going to fill the shock to the top, trying my best not to spill anything. You can see it's right at the top, which is what we want. We want the oil to be right at the top, but you don't want it to leak out, so you want to get right down to the max. I'll try and add a bit more. Now we normally would let that sit for a good 5 minutes or so. Just let the bubbles come up. Once the bubbles have come out, then you can add a bit more oil in there, right, to get it back to the top again, and then you can close this lid, and that's an oil shock filled. That's what we got to do with the rest of them, all 4 of these. So all we got to do now is wait a good 5 minutes and let any bubbles escape. Once the bubbles have escaped, we can then go ahead and put the shocks back together. But you could fill them with the springs in place, and you can also strip them down. I stripped it down purposely just to see what it's like and how good the spring was to get off, because I had a shock once and it was really hard to get these off. While we're waiting for that, I think I will dissect a Tamiya shock. And there, this is a Tamiya shock. You can see there's a big difference from something like this, for just nothing in there really for absorbing the shocks. So if you do go through a pothole or anything, it will make the car vibrate, literally just shake. Whereas when you've got an oil fill shock, it will shake, it will, but because you've got fluid in there, it will try and control the shakes and bring them down to a bare minimum, which is what you want when you're out racing or running your car in any way that you wanted. Now that we've been through it and the air has escaped, all I'm going to do now is take the shock. You can see the oil's right at the top, just right there. And here we have it. We've got a shock that's done. And then you can feel the liquid inside. Right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos. My next video is going to be about putting the shocks actually onto the Tamiya TT02 chassis. Thank you, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.